I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to go straight to the flower stalk. The flower stalks of these yuccas. I'm going to use these blossoms to make some great comfort food. Hey, welcome to Haphazard Homestead. I'm glad you're here. I'm Holly Chris, and if you like plants, wild and domestic, please consider subscribing to my channel and get to know the other fans of plants down in the comments below. Well, I said I wasn't going to beat around the bush, but maybe I will just a little bit. There are a lot of different kinds of yuccas. I'm not talking here about the yucca roots that you see in grocery stores and markets. That's a completely different kind of plant, completely unrelated. I'm talking about the true yuccas, the plants in the genus Yucca. Some grow in the wild, and some are common ornamental landscape plants too. This yucca here in my neighborhood is a weak-leaf yucca, Yucca flaccida. I grew up with wild soapweed yucca in the sandhills of Kansas. That's the Yucca Glauca. It looks like this one, but with really stiff leaves with a super sharp point at the end. It's a lot easier to pick the flowers off of these short yuccas. The yucca in my own yard is the mound lily yucca, Yucca Gloriosa. It can grow 4 or 5 feet tall, so I just cut off the whole flower stalk with some loppers. It's a lot easier to get all the flowers that way. I take the whole flower stalk back to the kitchen and then sort through the flowers. These buds are sweet like peas, and the flower petals are pretty good straight up. And even the little unfertilized fruits in the center are good too on this kind of yucca. Now I do want to caution that some kinds of yuccas do have better tasting buds and flower petals and fruits than other kinds. Some kinds of yuccas will have more bitter tasting saponins in them, but those saponins can be leached out by soaking in water or blanching them for a while. So it's worth getting to know the details about the yuccas in your own area. A good foraging friend of mine, Gilberto, lives down in El Salvador, where the giant yucca, Yucca gigantea, is a traditional food. The flowers of that yucca are so meaningful down in El Salvador that it's their national flower, izote. What I'm cooking in this video is a traditional comfort food for my El Salvadoran friend Gilberto and his family and his children. I learned it from him. I started by taking off the flower petals and blanching them in boiling water for about 5 minutes. I sauteed an onion, add the blanched flowers, and kept sauteing that for a couple of minutes. Now, Gilberto would add a hot chili right about here, but not me. I'm just adding a tomato. This is a frozen homegrown one that I cut up. I let that cook down a bit and then added an egg and kept stirring it around until everything's set up. What is a comfort food anyway? It's simple, home-style cooking that gives us a feeling of well-being. A lot of times it's associated with happy childhood memories. It reminds us of home and family, and it can even help ease distress that we may be facing. So it really doesn't take long to make this dish. After that, it's ready to eat. And is this good? Well, let's hear a live taste review. That is so good. That is 100% comfort food. That's worth eating just as real food. Good food. I eat this meal now every year when my yuccas are in bloom. Here in June of 2018, it reminds me of my foraging friend Gilberto down in El Salvador, and how important family is, and how important wild foods are to him and his family and his children. I hope you can find some yucca flowers around you and give this recipe a try. Maybe it will become a comfort food for you too. And if you have other ways that you like to eat yucca flowers, let me and everybody else know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye.